Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As y'all can see by the title of today's video, we got Slasher versus Finisher. Which build is more fun to play with on NBA2K20? I've got both, so I'm going to be featuring both in today's vid. I hope y'all enjoy. If you do, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. Let's try this video to 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours. And as you can see by the pregame intros, obviously we got the double locks on the 2v2 court. You're going to run into this almost every single time you play. So you can see two-way slashing playmaker at the 1, play lock pie chart, and then they got the glass cleaning lockdown at the 2. That's a rim sharp, and he's a legend on top of that. So as you can see by our lineup, we got the two-way slashing playmaker lined up at the 1 as well. And then at the 2, we have my pure slasher, 6'8", pure blue pie chart. And I'm here to explain to you guys what builds maybe to run with, as well as the pros and cons of each build and what makes them more fun or less fun than the other builds. So, like I said, I hope y'all enjoy, and we're going to get straight in this one. Now, quick disclaimer with the gameplay too. There are a couple exploits being ran in this game. I want to explain to you guys out the gate how to stop these specific things, because I know there's going to be a lot of people complaining in the comments at what I'm doing right here. So, inbound glitch, right? Run into the dude who's on your backside, stop the big from chasing me, and then the guard doesn't switch down and help when it comes to this lob cheese, right? And then we're going to do it right here again. And if the guard would just drop down and just bump me, it's as easy as that to box it up if I can't shoot off of the decks as well. Now, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna see me come out and shoot early in this game as well, but right here, this is where we're playing for the flashy pass. As a slasher, if you catch a flashy pass, go ahead and just dunk the ball within 2 to 3 seconds. You're gonna get crazy takeover. You guys probably know this by now as well if you've watched the channel, but long story short, if he's gonna guard me super tight on the inbound, I'm just gonna hit him with the back doors. Even when he doesn't guard me super tight, I might hit him with the back doors. But long story short, this just wasn't the most high quality gameplay. I just wanted to show you guys this because for the sake of showing how fun this build can be in certain situations. Obviously, we're going against a legend glass cleaning lockdown. This is one of the hardest builds to go at. Obviously, you know, great interior defense, has all types of Hall of Fame badges when it comes to the interior defending. And now, just like that, I get my slash take on. So with the pure slasher comes 3 major factors of what makes this build so fun, and we're going to list them all 3 off right now. So number 1 is obviously your driving dunk rating. With the pure slash, it gives you the highest one you could possibly have. However, I talked about this in the video yesterday where anything over 85 driving dunk does feel a little bit capped off and overrated, as you can see, you know, in instances right here. Now, I don't expect to just go to the hoop and dunk every single time. I'm not going to lie to you, but with the finisher, that is your only thing you can do. With the pure slash, you can come out here and do stuff like this because you do have the 10 shooting badges, so it unlocks your shooting range just a little bit more, a lot more when you're comparing it to the finisher. But you know, in a 2K sense of things where you're going to compare it to other builds, the play locks, they're going to feel a little bit better at 3-point shooting than you because they have around 15 to 16 more 3-pointer, and that is a major increase. But with all that said, to be a pure slasher with 54 3-pointer and 10 shooting badges is still very hittable when it comes to the 3-pointers, as you can see in this gameplay. So the third thing and final thing with the pure slasher is the ball handling ability. So to have around 70 ball control is super important. Now, when I say around, it means, you know, 70 or higher. And like I said, I mean, this build is still very capable of shooting the ball. Now, you do still get the 10 shooting badges off rip, so just keep that in mind. I know it looks like maybe I'm out here gassing it because I have 20 and I'm over here just able to shoot like that, but I promise you, with 10 shooting badges, you can still shoot like this. You just need things like dimer, floor general, and etc, etc. Now, when we talk about what this build is good at, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it up right here because this, like I said, this is a really quick gameplay. Honestly, way too quick for me to even summarize all this stuff. So I will talk about the pure slasher when we get to the finisher gameplay as well. But long story short, this build, it's great at one thing, and that one thing is obviously slashing. Now, it's good at a lot of other things. It's good at being athletic. Obviously, you still have good speed, vertical, all that stuff. You have solid shooting ability. It's not great, but it's still good. You have good playmaking ability, but it's not great by any means either. And really, it's just a solid build. Now, is it fun? Absolutely. I mean, any slasher build can be fun. Now, we're going to go ahead and transition to the finisher gameplay. So to recap, the pure slasher, great at finishing, solid at playmaking, solid at defense, and solid at shooting. It doesn't stand out in either of those 3 categories, but obviously in the finishing aspect, it's great. Now with the finisher, which is the finishing and defense pie chart for anybody who didn't already know by the title, great at finishing, great at defense. It kind of speaks for itself. Now, depending on the way you make the build, it has to lack in one of the extra categories. So I'm talking playmaking or shooting, like extremely lack in one of those 2 categories. So if you want to be able to shoot with the finisher without having to hit legend, you have to really take the playmaking down, and that can be really detrimental to you as a slasher, because if you don't have quick first step on at least gold, it's going to hurt a lot. Now, real quick to transition, and I'll come back to the whole topic of the finisher. You can see the lineup that we're playing against in this one: 2-way playmaker and then 2-way mid-range specialist as well, which is the rim sharp. And then the 2-way playmaker, I believe that is a play lock as well. So long story short, you guys know the deal. Exact same lineup that you're going to see in every single 2v2 game you ever play. It's either going to be double play locks or a play lock and a rim sharp. You get the deal. Anyway, we're with Kitchen on this gameplay, who's on his 3-point playmaker, and this is where we're here to talk about what the finisher is good for. So, me hitting Legend, I upgraded only 3-pointer, right? And I don't know why I did it. I'm not really sure. Obviously, at the beginning of the year, I was just thinking like, okay, we were just transitioning from 2K19, where it was super easy to shoot with low 3-point rating, and you didn't really have to have the best shooting badges in any category either. So, long story short, this is the first build that I made all year, and I just upgraded 3-pointer thinking, okay, maybe I can still hit with just 1 shooting badge and 54 3-pointer. Me personally, I can't do that. Now, there's a lot of people in this game. I'm not gonna say a lot. It's a handful of people who can shoot with 1 shooting badge and 54 3-pointer. Me personally, that's not me, all right? So I just want to let you guys know that. But what this build does provide is great defense, great finishing, and then solid playmaking ability the way that I built it. Now, if you go ahead and just drop the playmaking down, you can still shoot with this build. It gets around 6 shooting badges and still has a 54 3-pointer. Solid mid-range too. I think it'd be around 60 to 62, something like that. I just didn't upgrade it, but long story short, what this build is good for: catching lobs, setting screens, playing defense. It's very versatile when it comes to the defensive ability. You're seeing I'm switching on to the ball handler instead of my 3-point playmaker garden ball. And this is what I love about this lineup, is Kitchen can hang with the bigs, he can rebound with the bigs as well, and then I can play my defense right here, where I'm over here playing for chase downs, playing them high, stopping them from shooting any threes. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I should switch up my defense a little bit, because sometimes I do be playing way too high on these two-way slash plays or play locks, whatever you want to call them, where I'm not making these guys shoot enough, if we're being real. But you can see this. I'm just out here locking this dude up right here. So you can see great height when it comes to the defense, great mobility, good backside defense on the big men, and obviously you can rebound super well with this build as well. Finishing is solid, and also you can still do the same thing I was doing on my Pierce Lasher when it comes to the whole spotting up on the wing, doing flashy passes and trying to finish. It's just the one downside to this build that I would talk about with you guys is the fact that it only has 65 ball control. Now, you can make this at 6'8" and get 70 ball control, but you gotta, I don't know, you just gotta lack in a lot of areas. I think you have to take the wingspan down a little bit too. So that is the one big benefit when it comes to the Pierce Lasher pie chart. So, like I said, to recap, I just wanted to draw a comparison. When it comes to the finishing aspect, the Pierce Lasher is obviously better. If you build it in a different way than me too, you could probably have more finishing badges. I only have 21 on my Pierce Slash. You could go ahead and have 30, and by doing so, you'd probably have higher post hook. It'd give you another aspect of finishing and scoring that you can do. However, when it comes to the shooting, the Pierce Lasher is miles ahead. And those 9 extra shooting badges go a long way. So when it comes to the comparison between the finisher and the Pierce Lasher is just so much more comfortable when it comes to the shooting aspect. You can use things like catch and shoot, corner specialist, hot zone hunter, some range extender, and I be shooting from the wing with the Pierce Lash. Obviously with the finisher, pre-hitting Legend, it's super hard to hit with 1 shooting badge. Y'all know that. And like I said, these builds are very similar when it comes to the 3-point rating aspect. It's just the badge difference is so key. So it's nothing like a 2-way slashing playmaker. Don't be wrong. It's going to be very hard for you to come off dribble and just shooting threes from the top of the key on the wing. You're going to need things like dimer even at that when it comes to the Pierce Lash. But it is comparatively much better when it comes to the shooting aspect and the finisher. So let's transition to playmaking. I will say the thing that makes the Pierce Lasher so much better in the playmaking aspect is the fact that it does get the 70 ball control. I'm not gonna say the improvement of the playmaking badges is all that important, whereas the Pierce Lasher gets better playmaking badges as well, where the finisher gets around 7. I'm not gonna lie, 7 is pretty much all I need when it comes to this dude. So I'm talking gold quick first step, some gold bailout, and then maybe, some bronze unpluckable or bronze handles for days. I don't know. Or even I use needle threader sometimes. I just feel like I don't need playmaking badges to dribble with this dude because it's very simplistic. Maybe I even use bronze space creator or something like that too. But pretty much what I'm saying is you don't need too many playmaking badges when it comes to slashing, but is a nice necessity to have. So in that aspect, the Pierce Lasher is definitely better, but it's not needed. Now, when it comes to the defense, the finisher is just miles ahead. You guys have seen what I've been doing in the gameplay so far. Got the steal, two chase down blocks, or one where I bodied him up really well. And this build gets 21 defensive badges. You could make this in a different aspect too, where it has even better defensive badge set. I have a little bit low steal rating when it comes to this player, and you can see when you get the takeover on, all the problems go out the window of having below 70 ball control. You can do things like the space creator hop jumpers that you're going to see me be doing with the normal 14. If you want any animations, I've done videos on it. You can go ahead and check it out, but it's pretty simple. If you have solid pass accuracy, solid ball handling, you're not going to struggle too much. But when you have below 70 ball control and your ball control is too low to do specific moves, or even, nice, easy little built-in moves like flicking down on the stick and you reset your dribble, like you're going to see probably coming up pretty soon here, because I like to do it almost every single time, except I get completely boxed and then it completely defeats the purpose of me talking about it. But pretty much what I'm saying is having below 70 ball control can definitely be a problem, but long story short is you get bailed out by having long athlete, and that's pretty much a dribble move in itself, where it gets you open. I mean, it literally gets you open more than any dribble move in the game would. And it is tough, don't get me wrong, to deal with the people who like face guard me on this build. You can see I'm getting boxed up, like embodied, and it's just, I mean, why do you do that in the first place? You're gonna see I just run right past him. I mean, it's as easy as that when they just, you know, play you super tight. Now, with no takeover, it's really hard to do that. But let's get back to the comparison. So obviously when it comes to the defense, the pure slasher just lacks in a couple areas. The perimeter defense, the way I built it, is just really bad, and then the steal rating is completely just awful. I mean, it's literally minimum, and it's just hard to overcome that in certain aspects, especially when you play against double ISO players. Or if we're talking which build is more fun, really, I like playing the defense. I like guarding ball. I like guarding the ISO and stuff like that too, as you can see in this gameplay. And y'all have seen me on the 3v3 court. Obviously, you see this almost every single time where we're out here trying to get buckets. They do make it a little bit hard on this 2v2 court, but you're going to see, boom, big steps up too high. I angled it really well for the lob. You will never know the satisfaction of getting a good slip off or angling a lob for your point guard, and then he finds you on it until you do it. I promise you, it's one of the most, it really does make this build fun. Like, to be able to run these screens. I know a lot of people say like, oh, how could you have any fun doing that? Don't you get bored setting screens all day and just, you know, like doing absolutely nothing? No, I play backseat point guard, and I love being a vocal leader and out here, you know, contributing in that aspect as well, where I'm a good screen setter, good rebounder, good slip guy, you know, out here like hitting my pick and rolls at the right time. And now I'm out here pick and popping off this stuff too. And even at that, I love the aspect of being able to guard ball with this build. You guys saw me in the other gameplay with the pure slasher, even though low-key didn't, because we didn't get on that defense. But long story short is I wouldn't have guarded ball. I wouldn't have guarded their ball handler or their best player, whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't have been guarding their best player with a pure slash because it doesn't provide the perfect amount of defense. And really, to not have Hall of Fame defensive badges, it hurts too much to not be doing. So I have to be playing backseat and just watch my PG just completely get ISO'd all game, and I hate it. I love playing on-ball defense, and I hate playing backseat when it comes to the defensive aspect. So which build is more fun? I'm gonna go ahead and just put a title on it and say that the finisher is a more fun build than the pure slasher. However, if you enjoy the offensive aspect of it and having 70 ball control and better shooting badges and the capabilities of shooting, I would say the pure slash is more for you. Now, if we're talking what teammates do you play with, I think you should be playing with a playlock who can provide you with Hall of Fame dimer, floor general, stuff like that, can ISO if you want to go to the corner, and then provides you with another good defender since your build will lack in that aspect. Now with the finisher, I would definitely recommend to run with something like Kitchen has with 3-point playmaker if you're going to be running 2v2. With any outside point guard though, you can fit in with this and still play, you know, great defense on the 3v3 court and stuff like that too. Great pro-am build on top of that too when it comes to the big man spot. And I just think overall the finisher is just so much more versatile and a better build. Now, like I said, the pure slasher can be more fun in the right aspects that you like offense a lot more than defense. If you like guarding ball, I would definitely recommend to make this finisher, but that also relies on you playing with other point guards who are tall enough to guard the bigs, where you can put them on the rim sharp and you can guard the ISO. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope I answered your question in the title. If you enjoyed the vid, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. Let's try this video to 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours. Drop your boy a follow on the Xbox too. And if you made it to the very end of the video, put Laker in the comments to show your support that you made it all the way through. Hope y'all enjoyed. I'm gonna be trying to bring a dribble tutorial pretty soon as well on the pure slasher. I'm not sure. And also, I just want to give an update. The mixtape has kind of come and gone. I'm gonna put it like that. I didn't want to make a non-legend mixtape, and I'm gonna be working on a legend mixtape possibly, but I don't even know. I feel like I'm just playing this game for stage content. I'm gonna be doing the pro-am stuff pretty soon. So I don't know, y'all. You might not even see another mixtape all year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm being completely honest, but realistically, I could probably put together at least one legend mixtape on every build when it comes to the pure slasher and the finisher. Anyway, like I said, if you made it to the very end of the video, put Laker in the comments to show support. And then that, I hope y'all enjoyed. Take it easy, man. Peace.